the beer makes the dog get so good. Superior, they said, your mom, he was up for dead. When the girls and all never got the
Never gets old, man. Never gets old.
Welcome. I love that song, man.
Welcome, man. Me too, man. I was listening to it in the lab last night, tying freaking hand-tied vibration jigs at like 11:30, the original version.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, I got misty, man.
Yeah. So I should know this. The original singer, Gordon Lightfoot.
Curse.
Like a lot of his songs are amazing.
Yes.
Sundown, you better take care. Let's not go there.
I know.
Let's not sing tonight.
Get flagged for copyright already.
Yeah. Listen,
I don't think they would have recognized that rendition.
Well, I can't believe that Garmin and Cyfunkel or whoever those guys are that do the rock version haven't reached out to me. Me yet.
Are they still alive?
Yeah. I think they're a one-hit wonder.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Simon and Barstand. I don't know what it. Anyways, listen, guys, welcome. We had a little confusion last week. I was traveling and
I didn't. Remember when we said we were going to do a live and I said Valentine's Day, we're going to have dates with our honey? And I'm like, no way.
I told everybody we were not going to be going live on Monday,
right.
But then my phone blew up and people were confused because I forgot to take the live notification off the channel. So people got a ding that we're going to be going live. And of course, we weren't there. Alex was out to dinner. He couldn't substitute. The only lonely soul around on Valentine's Day was Kuda, and he jumped on briefly. So
saved you. Saved by the Kuda.
Shout out.
Shout out to Kuda. He's in the stream tonight. Jig Squad to the rescue.
John Henning, South Jersey Fisherman. Who's in the group here? Who's brand new? I'm always asking who's brand new. I want to know in the comments, guys. We love interacting with everybody. We got a pretty interesting show ahead because not only do we have a guest that makes some incredible baits, I decided to do an impromptu little auction later on. So this isn't going to be like a normal auction where we have 250 lots of junk. We have about 15 lots of stuff that I'm going to share with you guys before I put it out elsewhere. So we have some electronics. If you guys are looking for some live scope transducers, I think I got 3 for sale tonight. Garmin EcoMap 126. I got a bunch of Bass Mafia boxes. Heck, even throwing a little high five prop for y'all.
Wow.
If we get to it in a little later. I don't want to steal the show by my auction just yet. We got a lot to get through. And we'll get there.
Good auction, though.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, I just want to get that information out there before I post it online later this week. We've had a lot going on over the last 2 weeks since we've been gone. So we got to play a little catch up before we actually get to our guests this evening. Eric, you were in Florida for quite some time. Talk to me, man.
Winter suit. If I'm going to Florida, I can guarantee I'm hitting a cold front. It's like the Bass Nation Championship with Jack Rinkers, 80 in shorts, practice day 1, day of the tournament, 37 blowing 20 to 25. I was in full Sims gear. Same thing. Sunday was 80. Monday I'm fishing. It's 37 in the morning. I couldn't believe it. Dang. So it was relatively easy to catch them with a speed worm or a big TRD, throwing a chatterbait, worming it slow through the grass, swim jig. as the water warmed up. And then I went to the headwaters and Fellsmere and Farm Pond 13, which is Jurassic Park, aka the jungle. Man, big baited the whole time. Got to learn a ton about throwing big baits, and caught a few. Watched the guy go fishless for 3 days. Keith Wilson, he's a stud. He knows how to throw big baits. He's caught so many over 10. It's ridiculous. And I had my 2 highlights were I had about a 7 to 8 below my bait, and about an hour later, I had one well over 10, about 10 feet from the boat under my glide, and I completely choked. I absolutely froze. I froze. I was just like, I looked at it, I'm like, is that because you do that double take and it's clear water at the headwaters, so much grass. And I was throwing a Black Talon Lures custom glide bait. He sent 2 to me. I streamed with him on the Bass University. He was really generous to send me those baits. I love them. They're super slow sinking. They're perfect for fishing over grass. And the baits performed well, man. Caught a couple on it and missed a few and had several big followers. So learned a ton about fishing the Working Class Zero Citizen, the DRT Tiny Clash. Watched him throw a bait as big as a 12-inch bass for many hours. And it's ridiculous, man. Had an osprey pick up my bait. That was crazy. Dive bomb it. Yeah, that's on my IG page. That was ridiculous. That was fun. I was completely like watching the bait. Like I made a cast towards a reed clump, and I'm walking the bait so clear you could see it. So I'm doing these little quick wheel turns, and it's going choom, choom, all into like learning the bait and watching it. And then in a split second, it was like boom, and I thought it was and then you realize it's a bird, and I'm like, holy shit! And I held on. And the line tensed up. I didn't know if he was hooked or not, and he just dropped it once he felt the tension of the line. And it's got like a talon mark in it and a couple other scratch marks on it. It's
Really?
pretty cool, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah, dude, it's pretty cool.
Does it still work
cool,
fine?
So. No, didn't hurt the bait at all, man. Nah, man, it's very
cool.
Yeah, pretty cool, man. So an excellent big bait experience. I can't wait to get back. Really, the fishing down there for big baits is best in April and May. I was early, but you know what? I was there to learn. And I got a huge dose of big bait confidence and lessons on gear setup, retrieves, real action, the baits, the intricacies of those baits. So time well spent in my book. Here's something ridiculous. Bluebird sky after the front, right? And, we're in an area where there should be a fish. Hard grass edge, drop off, hard bottom, shell bed. I'm like, this is ridiculous. There's got to be a pile of fish there. Travis, you'll love this. I throw a weedless TRD made by Nichols Lures. It's the JT Kenny version, a little stepped up for heavier fish down in Florida. I take a 6-inch Berkeley Max Scent June bug, Senko essentially, cut it in half, maybe a little bit longer to make it 4 inches, cast it out, let it settle. I'm shaking it back to the boat, really reeling it slow, letting it settle, shaking in place, doom, 6-pounder. First freaking cast. I'm like, that's ridiculous. I didn't come there to throw weenie worms, man, but I mean, you got to do what you got to do, right?
Cold front, man.
Bluebird skies, you got to downsize. Those big fish in Florida eat those damn baits, man. If I picked up plastic, I could catch them. It was cool. Caught a fish on the Epic Shad from Marty Burns. Caught a fish on a little modified -1 that I do here in the lab. It was fun, man. Some chatterbait fish, swim jig fish. I mean, a speed worm. I call it the lie detector. If you're going to Florida and you don't have a June bug red speed worm in your bag, either the regular one or a Magnum one, you're missing out. If they ain't eating that, they ain't eating. That's a fact because they eat it. Anytime I threw it, I could catch bass.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. That's the number one to me. I mean, for sure. Write that down if you're going to Florida. Get yourself some bags.
I will take note. I'm actually heading to Florida next week for a couple days to film an episode with MonsterBass. So that's going to be
Carolina rigging, right?
We're going to do a couple different techniques, but definitely sea rigging, buzz frog, little drop shotting. We got a couple how-to videos that we want to put together. So Sam Moore Media is going to be shooting that episode. I'm actually I'm going to miss Alex Rudd by a day, but Chad Hoover, who's a huge kayaker, he's going to be joining us, and he's got a very cool YouTube channel as well. In fact, I'm going to have him next week since we're both going to be down there. He's going to be joining us on our VIP members live only next week, Monday. So I'm definitely looking forward to being able to pick his brain. He's going to share some secrets with us that, you know, most people, you know, I told him the deal. If we do the live on Monday, you know, we have people that support the channel and they're looking for some great information when it comes to that. So we're going to hopefully do just as well as the previous one with our buddy JP. We do have some good information too. I know you guys have been asking that have joined the VIP and watched the first episode of the season with JP. Those baits that we talked about, we're going to share with you some ideas that we have moving forward and how to get those. So I know a lot of the people that watch this right now do support the VIP as well. So we're going to be able to share with you how that actually comes into play.
Hey, Travis, I don't have a bass boat for the first time since I've been 15.
That's crazy.
I sold my Skeeter. Guess what it sold for, everybody out there? If you guess the number, you're a genius. It was a 2016 fully loaded. What was the price that it sold for? It had 56 hours on the engine. 2016 250 show 21 FX loaded. Factory new, basically.
Wow.
60.
Oh, you're close, man.
The thing is, like, those electronics that come fully loaded on 2016 are basically.
I didn't have a lot of electronics. I had a 360, and up front, and just a bigger one on like a 9 and 11 Helix with Mega Live. 62.5. 62.5. Like, yeah, no pan optics. No
crazy.
pan optics. Isn't that crazy, guys? Yeah. So anyway, I'll get something else, man. But these are all good guesses. You guys are all you're in the range, man. It's crazy. I was gonna sell it for 50 like 2 years ago to a buddy to give him a deal. I got 12,500 by waiting 2 years. It's nuts. I paid like 69 for the boat. I don't know, in the bizarro world. Anyway,
yeah,
crazy.
Yeah.
What else you got, Travis? I know we got a busy schedule, man.
While you were down in Florida, I was doing the whole 9-day show at the Great American Outdoor Show, which was crazy. I was able to meet so many people that have watched the show, people I haven't met in the past. And man, they gobbled up the Gaggio Spirit Sheds, the tubes. We had the Beast Coast.
That's awesome, man.
Jig there. A lot of merchandise. Speaking of that, if you guys are interested in getting some Smallmouth Crush merchandise, you can head on over to my website right now. Alex fixed everything over the last couple of weeks. We got the new merchandise up. We got a bunch of hoodies, t-shirts, long sleeves, hats, anything and everything to help support the channel. We certainly appreciate that. So you can head on over there and grab all that. But yeah, dude, it was crazy. Like the amount of people that showed up surprised me. There was not a dead, 9-day show.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Monday felt like a weekend. Wednesday felt like a weekend.
Yeah,
Friday felt like a weekend. It was crazy. I know you normally, last year and the year before you were able to show up, but unfortunately this year, just with your scheduling and things like that, it didn't work.
There were hundreds of thousands of people there the time I was there. It was insane.
It was
from all over the world. It's
very crowded. Now
monster.
vendors were down, of course.
Sure,
but
that makes sense.
I'm thinking that'll probably, obviously, I think hopefully by next year things will change. But we
hope so too. Man.
There definitely wasn't as many vendors as there was in the past. But
it's good to hear people showed up, man, and supported you. That's awesome, dude.
I think the classic will be crazier than normal, Travis. If those shows,
I think it's going to be, it's going to be it's definitely going to be a good time down there. I actually will be there on starting all day Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then we got a lot to talk about because I got my boat down there. I got to talk about all that stuff.
Yeah.
Dude,
Can I just do 2 more announcements from the Bass Lab?
Yes,
and it's all yours, bro.
Yes.
All right. So this is just for the people on the stream tonight. I got two nice little professor boxes. We're calling them on the Bass Lab. They're some of my favorite baits. There's 2 different categories. They're up right now. And the first one, I'm not going to show the lures in the box because this is just my little secret stash. I'll send you pictures if you commit to buy. It's a lipless vibration box. And then the other box is a chatterbait box, basically. A lot of JDM in there. One of them includes a hand-tied skirt by me. It is one of my favorite chatterbaits for slow rolling. It's not a jackhammer. You could reel it way slower than a jackhammer, way harder thumping than a jackhammer. Produces big bites for me in the spring, and I've hand-tied skirts in a variety of colors on that bait. Also includes one of the best cover chatterbaits ever made from Japan. You can throw it in wood, and it's very hard to hang up. Try throwing a normal chatterbait in wood. It doesn't happen for you. I can walk you through how to hack that bait a little bit and tips on that. All these boxes come with a one-on-one with me. We do an IG video one-on-one if you're interested. If not, that's cool too. But I'm happy to talk to you about the baits, how I use them for success. On the lipless side, it includes a pogo shad. They're getting harder and harder to find. It's for the collector. Most of them have the original hook on it. So if you want to keep it in the Bass Lab little sleeve, that's cool. Or if you want to send it out for paint, that's cool. Or if you want to fish it in the color you get, that's cool too. But sneaky little finesse vibrations and some of the vibration baits that I use for a technique called worming in the spring during cold fronts. Not many people have heard about worming a trap, but you'll understand when I show you which trap's in the box if you get one. So super limited quantities. They're about half sold out right now because I DM'd everybody that bought the finesse crankbait box and gave them first shot at these boxes. So there's about only a handful left. So and nice. They're up live right now. So go for it. And then future boxes are going to be the ultimate balsa collection. I'll probably do a flat side box. I'm going to do a box that has some of my favorite balsa makers. I'm basically sharing my collection. I'm not making a ton of money on this, guys, because I paid, in some cases, I paid retail. So just looking to share my lures with everybody and make the connection. That's what turns me on, and that's why I stream, is to talk to you guys about fishing. I love it. Can't get enough of it. So anyway, if you want to support the lab, there's hats, there's shirts, River Rat's back in stock. I got some cool beanies. I don't know if you guys have seen them. I think I probably showed them. Oh, no logos, but there they are, black and gray. Where's the black one? I keep turning around. There we go. I'll get it right. Where the hell's the logo? There it is. Boom. Anyway, cuffed, non-cuffed. Yeah, man. But thank you guys for your support. I appreciate it. And Travis, thank you for letting me talk about some Bass Lab stuff on this.
Yeah, dude, absolutely. First of all, I want to know who's going to the Classic. Let me know in the comments as well.
Yeah, that's right.
That's going to be a big deal.
I'll see you there, Travis.
Are you going to be there?
Mm-hmm.
No kidding.
Wednesday through Monday. Yeah.
Checks out. M. Jones says, I caught my only fish at Guntersville Saturday on a pogo shad I bought from EE. Yeah, buddy. That's a testament to the pogo shad, right?
Dude, that's awesome. Hey, listen, on a serious note, I do want to sincerely apologize. We did a video that some of you may or may not have seen, a stage video, JP and I, at the New England Fishing Expo, where we made it look like we broke into a facility, stole a bait, and then hooked some fish on the fish tank. And looking back, Eric, that was not a good thing to do. And so I do want to just clear the air there. We took that information or that video down, and we're definitely sorry for that. It was probably not the best thing to do as far as just the way that video portrayed itself. So I wanted to at least clear the air on that. I actually had a meaningful, long conversation with the owner of the Hog Trough, Jim, who for the first 15, 20 minutes, reamed me out, righteously so. But dude's a great guy. He really impressed me as far as the conversation that we had afterwards. And I feel like we just have a better understanding. In fact, I'm hoping to run into him down at the Classic and actually film a video a little bit about his business and what it takes behind the scenes, because a lot goes into it as far as putting on these sports shows, having the fish tank, getting the bass, and just the craziness that goes on with managing seminars and everybody that's utilizing that. So I'm hoping to track him down and actually do a video with him and share that with you guys in the future. So
yeah, that would be a cool video. Those, I mean, what I'd be more interested to see is, like, do they just tow those down the road with the windows open and the fish can look out?
So we're gonna find that out. You know what? A lot of people ask me that. I can't see how that
wouldn't think so
work, but they have to store the fish somewhere. But imagine, I don't even know how many gallons. I'm sure we can find out of water is in that tank. Like, they would have to drain it.
Probably.
How? I don't even know. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. But yeah, I'm gonna run into him down at the Classic, so we're gonna put that video down. The Classic's gonna be pretty exciting just because the fact that it's in Greenville. It's a place where they've had the Classic before. There's a lot of I've done every Classic since 2007, since Boyd Duckett won. And besides like Birmingham, I think Greenville's one of the bigger as far as crowds go and people that show up. Where did we meet, Eric, when we went to the Classic? Was that Greenville?
Tennessee.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Tennessee, Chattanooga, or wherever that was.
I think that's where it is next year.
Yeah, Chattanooga, man. Hey, somebody just mentioned the Aaron Martin's tribute that Zona did, and I wanted to mention, you know, I sold these on the Bass Lab. These are the Aaron Martin's Morning Dawn. They sold out really, really quickly. I made a $500 donation to the Aaron Martin's GoFundMe family page, so it was all the profits from these went straight there. Actually, I increased the donation because I just felt it was the right thing to do. So thank you all for purchasing these. I hope you catch a good one on it. If you do, point to the sky and think of Aaron. If anybody's interested, I've got some more blanks that TK could paint up if you missed out on that first run. And I would do the same thing and make another donation. So in Aaron's name to the family, it went to the Aaron's Martin's family. It's not the Hog Snatcher one. It's the family one. They've got about 68,000. I think the target's like 75. So my donation is right at the top because it's one of the largest in the last 30 days. So just FYI, everybody, the money went to good use. Your money went to good use. Yep.
So some other news, I really think, gosh, so I did an Instagram post last week, really without thinking, because I thought I shared this information already, but news got out. So listen, I am running a Camus this season. I'm going through Thayer's Marine up in Connecticut, and they've treated me very well. For the record, nothing against Nitro, nothing against Bowers, nothing against Doug at all. Those guys are great. I mean, I can't thank them enough over the last 3 years. Doug at Bowers, man, seriously appreciate the support. I have no problem sending people to Doug and Bowers and to buy Nitro. I just wanted something different. It was time for a change. And I really felt like the ride of a Camus was pretty amazing. I fished it this past fall out of my buddy Kyle Carpenter's boat, and I decided to purchase one. So you're going to see me run around in the Camus this year. And
big boat, man.
I'm excited about it. So I went down to Georgia last week, and Trent from Sonar Pros Electronics actually rigged up the boat, did a gorgeous job. Of course, I'm going to make a full video on everything. But, man, the amount of time and how he precisely laid every single wire and cable down and secured it, like, it's a work of art. It really is.
That's awesome. Wow. How about that?
It's dude, it's pretty legit. So I'm excited to try it. I'm going to give you guys my honest feedback. Talking about electronics a little bit. I don't want to get into it too much tonight because we do have a big show. But I changed some things up a little bit this year. I'm still sticking. Well, I have all three. And so we're going to really be able to experiment with the different transducers and see which one I feel is the best fit. And so that's my plan for this season, is to really figure out, because not that I don't trust all the YouTube videos. I just want to know for myself what's really the best option. So after I got the boat rigged, I went and hung out with our buddy Austin from Dream Catchers, who we've had on the live stream in the past. I'm going to share a quick little 1 or 2 minute video. You'll get a little glimpse of the boat and perhaps a fish catch here. So let's see what we got.
Yo, Smallmouth Crush.
Of course, he's driving
Austin,
my boat.
Dream Catcher.
What up? What up?
Late winter.
Late winter.
Woo! Breezy. Cold, kind of.
Little nip on the hair.
We're going to see if we can catch a few fish today. It's all coming up.
Is it now?
There it is.
There it is, running the Camus. How did he like the way it drove?
He
Did
loved
he like it?
I didn't even drive it that day, man. I was scared. I have not fished. So we were jerk baiting on Lake Lanier.
Oh, Is that the jerk bait? That's the one I threw right up at what you call it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a bad little bitch right there. You might have to save that one for a stream, bro.
That's where they filmed Ozarks, Eric.
Yeah, really?
At least the lake scenes.
Damn.
Dude, look how he got that jerk bait, bro.
I didn't know that, man.
Yeah.
God, look at the size of that spot.
I needed that.
That's your PB, right?
I don't know about that.
No, PBs, you've caught a bigger spot than that.
Yeah. We got him.
He choked it.
Sweet.
God, he got that thing good, dude.
Ooh, that's a good fish.
I know.
And there's my baby. I can't wait to go through it with you guys. And like I said, we're definitely going to have a full video on the setup and everything that goes with that.
You and I are partial to blue and silver boats, man.
I love it.
That's my jam, dude.
I
love
couldn't
a blue
picture
silver
myself.
in a red boat. Could you
Yeah.
picture yourself in a red and black boat?
What
What about just all black and silver?
So no, I need a little
Green.
bit of blue.
Green.
No
Blue, right? It's
Blue highlight,
right?
blue highlight.
Yeah, it's got to be, man. I don't know what it
Yes.
is about the blue highlight, but I dig it.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, it goes good with a silver truck.
Yeah, Tom says, or John says, it looks a little unstable. In fact, I've been in a lot of Rangers, John, and it's way more stable than a Ranger. So,
Oh, shots
Definitely looking
fired!
forward to
Shots
that.
fired!
That's because John.
Have
John,
you ever driven a Ranger?
Yes. Listen.
like
John
owned a
runs a
Ranger.
Ranger. That's why I said it. Okay.
Have you owned a Ranger? Oh, okay.
No,
I just
no,
wanted to know if you ran a Ranger. I
All
ran a
right.
Ranger.
Listen. Let's get into it. Listen, Eric, don't get me started tonight. man.
I what? You started it. Because
Okay.
I didn't know what you were saying. I thought you ran a Ranger.
And by the
at
way,
some point.
before I forget, I do have a bunch of guide trips available still for the Chesapeake Bay. We're going to start up here in March.
Me too. I've got guide trips on the Potomac this year. I got my captain's license. That's
Okay.
big. I didn't.
It's never too early.
Never too late.
On the Chesapeake. So we do have some dates here in late March, a handful in April. May is totally booked, and I do still have a few dates in June. As far as Lake Ontario, July, August, September, all those dates are fully booked this year. I apologize, but with the shows and all that, it just gets, what can I say? I need to fish more. I need more open dates, but it is what it is right now. Hopefully we'll be able to change that in the future. But definitely, if you want to book a guide trip, head on over to SmallmouthCrush.com. Get a hold of me. We'll go catch some big largemouth out on the Chesapeake. And it's always a good time fishing there, April, May, and June. September, not so much. Not so much. All right, Alex, I'm going to pop you off.
Sounds good.
We'll
See you
talk to
guys
you in a little bit. Absolutely. And let's bring our first guest of the night, Bobby.
Hey, what's going on?
How are you doing?
We're doing good. Good. How you guys
Man,
doing?
so I didn't know what you looked like originally. I was picturing some big burly guy, but no, man, you're ready. You're like clean, ready to kill, man.
Rabid. Let's roll.
That's it. That's it.
So I'm excited to have you. I really want to, I hate taking up more time, but I have a quick little 8 to 10 minute video of my first experience using your baits that I would like to play. And then once we look at that a little bit, I'd love to dive in a little bit more as far as the baits you, a little bit of history, as well as, man, you guys make some great stuff. So let me pull that video up real quick. I totally forgot to do that. I was supposed to wait here before we brought you on. But let's check it out.
Yo, it's Smallmouth Crush. Today's video is going to be pretty cool. I'm actually trying a new bait that I got in my MonsterBass bag a while back, and it looked really interesting. It was intriguing, and I'm excited to put it to the test to see if we can catch some smallmouth today, some pre-spawn smallmouth. Doesn't matter what time of the year you're watching this video. I think these baits are going to work year-round because they're really unique, and they fit my style, finesse fishing. So we're going to get into it. That's all coming up. Here it is, Rabid Baits. Not only is it a cool name, it's a really unique bait. So it is a finesse bait. They actually make a couple different versions. This is kind of a Ned rig situation, but they make a worm and then they make a goby imitator, but they have a little bit of hair, a little bit of marabou on the back of it. I believe it's marabou. Who knows? Some type of hair. Give it a little bit of action.
We'll find out.
Differentiate yourself from the other baits that are out there. And I'm going to see if I can catch a decent bag of smallmouth on them today.
Snap it off. That's when you normally get a bite. Come on.
Do I recognize that
Give it
bank?
to me.
Nope.
Yes, I do. What are you doing?
Snag, man.
There he is.
Yeah.
First fish.
He wanted it on that snag, dude. Popping it.
You popped it off and he ate it. That's awesome. I
I'm
love
not sure how big he is. Feels decent. He's pulling. A nice little smallmouth to start the day.
Come on, get him in, dude.
Not a bad fish at all. Look at this guy. Not a bad one to start. There we go. It's working so far. There you go, dude. Maybe we can catch a couple more on this here, on this little bank. There's a bite. Oh, he dropped it. No, he was there. He was there. We got some pretty, there he is. Cooler water temps this morning, so the bite might be just a little slow. And he's off. He got in the trolling motor. He got in that trolling motor and pulled off. And feel that good rock down there. That's what's holding these fish. A lot of stuff on the bottom. A lot of stuff. Kind of want to go back down that bank, but this bottom content feels pretty good right here. So I'm using a 7-foot medium light St. Croix Legend Extreme. I have it tied on a Z-Man Ned head. I'm using 5-pound Cortland high-vis braid with an 8-pound fluorocarbon leader. And here they are. Very interesting baits. You know, it's really important to me when I'm finesse fishing to have a good quality rod. And I've tried a lot of rods in the past. And St. Croix, I mean, they really know how to make a sensitive rod. These Legend Extremes are really sensitive. I can feel everything paired with that braid.
Yeah, we know that. Let's get to the fish catches here.
There's one.
There we go.
He's digging.
Take me back to the springtime, bro.
Yeah, right? Oh, is there anything better? Just you and the crows out there, man.
Yeah.
Up on the old beautiful St.
All right,
Lawrence.
we got another one on this bank right here.
I love that bank.
Good stuff. Real good stuff.
I guess the point of this video
He just
is
started swimming with it.
I caught some fish on it.
I honestly didn't know he was there. I saw the line move. That's about it. Whoa. Now he wants to go.
How about that? Good run. What a beautiful day up there.
Mm-hmm.
April, was that April or May?
Probably early May.
Well,
yeah,
it's safe to say that Rabid Baits passes the test. So this has been the Rabid Foxtail. They, like I said, they make a variety of different styles. They're going to make some worms. I have not used them yet for largemouth, but I feel like I need to be. I really think that's going to be a bait that's going to work really well on a drop shot, perhaps.
Eric, look at that.
Texas rig with a real light weight, especially in areas that I fish. You know, anytime you're going to get around areas that are highly pressured and you want to give those fish a different look, I think it's worth a shot at picking up a few of these baits and trying them out. You might be pleasantly surprised. It's just showing these fish something a little bit different. Highly effective. Obviously, finesse fishing, Ned rigs, baits like that. Combine that with a little bit of hair attached to your Ned. Whew.
can't beat it.
I think you'll be on to something. Ooh, he's in wood. He's in wood. I can feel it. There, I got him off. A little scary.
That was just a little
These baits, I'm sold on them. I'm glad I tossed them around today. It's given me some ideas. And like I said, in the future, when the bite gets tough, I really think this bait is going to help me get a few more bites, especially some of these pressured bodies of water that I do fish. Well, I'm going to keep throwing this.
Well, there you go. It works, man.
It's pretty good.
It does. So talk to me. It's a it's fox, correct?
Actually, we use Arctic fox, and we also use rabbit. So like on the foxtail and a new one that we got, we use Arctic fox, and then on the shaker worm and the craws, we use rabbit fur, and also the darters too.
Yeah, man. Arctic fox is one of my favorite materials, and fly tying, it's crazy good.
Yeah, it's definitely like the way to go. I
supple.
tie all my hair jigs with Arctic fox fur. It's like just like marabou in the water, but it holds body a little better than marabou. So
Heck yeah,
it works really good. So we can't put a lot of it when we're injecting it into the plastic, so it holds more body together, where the marabou would shrink down so much in the water with it. So that's why we went with Arctic fox.
Makes sense.
So Bobby, when did you actually start the company, and kind of what brought this whole idea into reality?
I mean, especially since you just graduated from college last year, it's crazy to me that you're running a company like this, man. Did you like that?
Oh, no, not quite.
Dude, you look like you're 21. What the hell?
Oh, gosh. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Right on, man.
But,
all right, go ahead. I just like to joke a little bit. Loosen you up a little bit. Laugh a little bit.
There you go. We've been in business for, I guess, probably about little over 3 years now. There's 3 of us that are partners on it. Actually, my college roommate, Josh Mossy, and then my father, Bob Sr., he's a partner.
Oh,
but yeah, the idea kind of came about the idea came out probably 4.5, 5 years ago. We're always, messing around with hair and fur and whatnot. My father worked at Orvis, so he's always into fly tying, and we started sticking using plastic, and I kind of turned it into a functioning lure and an actual manufacturing process. So, I mean, from there, it's been about 3 years we've been in business, and slowly growing it up to what it is now. I think when we first started, maybe like the first pack we made, our cost might have been like $75 a pack.
Holy moly, dude, that's so crazy.
So slow.
Wow.
Just in time and labor and materials, but we got it down to a point where we can actually make a little bit of money at it. So.
That's very good, man. I love the inspiration from the fly world. a lot of the things that I do in the Bass Lab are fur and feather, man. It's more expensive. You can't really production, but that's what's amazing to me, that you figured out a way to incorporate fur into a production bait, right? You know, a lot of that stuff is hand tied, handmade. But I got to tell you, one of my favorite bladed jigs I ever threw was a Phoenix vibrator. I retired it because it was so damn good. And I tied freaking zonker and a little bit of flash boom, and this thing hunted and just lit up in the water, and there's nothing like it. So
no, there's not.
It's pretty cool that you got a fly tire on the scene in the company.
Oh,
very neat. Very neat. Yeah. Good stuff.
Yeah, no, I mean, from there, I mean,
Go ahead.
I was working at Dick's Sporting Goods for 10 years before that. So that's where it came from. And I had that price point, $5.99. I'm like, I really want to sell these at $5.99, because that was like the price point that I thought was like expensive lure, not expensive lure. So we started selling it at $5.99, and we were probably losing a bunch of money on it at first, but we figured it out and got it to where we can get it at $5.99.
So
yeah, man.
So
what was about it?
What was the first bait that you actually brought to market?
Great question.
The first bait was a goby that we no longer make. Very similar to the darter. That was one where, no matter what I tried to do in the manufacturing process, I could not figure out how to get our cost per pack below what we were actually selling at. So we were losing money on that one. So we ended up discontinuing it. Keeping the darter right now, that one's still a similar manufacturing process, but we're keeping it around for now because I know a lot of guys like that one.
Well, speaking of that bait, I was going to show you guys some here, but I don't have any left. I know you sent me a bunch last summer, and another downer.
I got some in the garage, but he's got a whole wall behind him.
Yeah, right. I actually I used it. I've caught them. I caught some giants. I remember the day. It was early August on Lake Ontario, and I was live scoping them up, and it was one of those just perfect days, low wind, boom, throw it in there. I was using about 1.5 to 2 foot leader, and not a lot of movement, right? Because there's still a lot of current where I was fishing, and I felt like that current was all you needed to imply that action into that bait. And so it was really kind of a dead stick drop shot approach. And I remember seeing 2 or 3 fish on that bait kind of waiting. And it felt like perhaps that hair, maybe the flow of the hair just a little bit could have triggered a bite. But it was one of those situations where they really didn't grab it right away for me. I had to dead stick it and set it there in front of them. And man,
makes sense, Travis. Makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, that's where we kind of like crafted the actual first lure. It was up on the St. Lawrence River. I was fishing a series of tournaments there, Coast Bend and ABA. So me and Josh, our other business partner, we were up there for almost a month, and we started catching them on hair jigs early up shallow. And then by the time the Coast event rolled around, they were all deep. So I'm like, I don't know how to catch a fish now on a hair jig. So we started putting them into plastic so I could drop shot a hair jig.
That's awesome. Let's see that lure up close that you're holding, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a solo layup.
Nice.
Everybody in the shop is gonna hate me for showing this one, but that's a darter. This is by far the hardest one to make. Super labor intensive, but that's it right there.
That's fucking tight.
Oh yeah,
that is tight. He's got a little mohawk. That's cool, man. Just like their fin, right?
So you have a color.
Yeah,
you have a color that was actually like St. Lawrence or something. That's the one I was using.
Yeah.
I was like, well, obviously I'm going to use this color. What do you have that one with you?
I don't have any right. I got a mud puppy one, which is very similar. I don't have that one in the darters. I have it in foxtails.
Okay, sure.
Which I think that's the one you were using in the video.
Yep.
That right there.
Okay.
And then we also have it in the Craw. Right there. But yeah, those darters are so labor intensive, they're hard. Everybody in the shop is gonna hate me for showing that off.
Oh man.
So bringing it back to the original bait that I tested here, this little Ned rig deal, I really feel like the reasons why I can get some bites on that is because I love throwing Ned. You know, there's a lot of Ned rigs on the market. I've used them all. Everyone's a little bit different. The way you fish it's a little bit different. I mean, people think Ned rigging it's just, oh, you're throwing it out there and working it back. There's a lot that goes into Ned rigging, from the feel of the bait, the weight, you know, the actual head that you put in it has so much to do with it, and how that bite feels in 8 feet versus 40 feet of water. There's a lot to it. Like, we could talk for 2-3 hours just specifically on the retrieves, really, of a Ned rig. But of course, in that video, this is the Ned rig that I was throwing, and again, I just feel like it gives those fish a little bit different look. I love the fact that you have a wide variety of different colors to play with as well. You know, I haven't even thrown that, but straight black, why not, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's
Midnight
definitely
Magic.
the deal. So as far as some of the other baits that you have, let's go through. Of course, we talked about the darter. We talked about the Ned. That crawfish imitator looked really interesting.
Yeah, this is our crawfish right here. That's the Rabid Craw. We make it in 7 different colors right now. This one right here is called Sexy Craw. That's our by far our best-selling one. It's kind of like a rusty red color.
Rusty Craw, man, they're taking over everywhere.
Yes.
How would you suggest rigging that? Like, if I'm sure there's a variety of different ways, but what would be one or two of your favorites?
The Craw. If you look at the Craw and the foxtail, they both have the same abdomen on them. So they're made for a Ned rig. They fit a Ned rig perfect. The Craw, by far, Ned rig. You can run it on like a Texas rig too, even a Carolina rig. I like throwing that on Oneida quite a bit. But yeah, that one on a Ned rig or Carolina rig, Texas rig, anything like that. Always works good. One thing I do want to talk about on the foxtail, that probably my favorite way to fish the foxtail is on a Demiki rig. This thing fish vertically suspended bass, spots, or
really, holy crap! I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, I got everybody using live scope. If you looking at suspended fish with this thing, put it on a Demiki rig. This absolutely slays on suspended fish.
Nice,
huh?
The clear, right?
That gave me a new idea.
That one right
that
there.
one
Fish imitator. So that's obviously in the water, that hair condenses quite a bit, and it's just going to flow perfectly. I can see when you're vertically over a fish or making a cast with a lighter jig head and trying to swim it. So for those that don't know, Demiki rigging, or depending on what part of the country you're from, it's called different things. We had Jamie up in Rainy Lake of the Woods on the Smallmouth Crush podcast a few weeks back, and they call it hanging a minnow. One of his favorite techniques is basically getting over some suspended smallmouth in deep water and just hanging that bait in front of them. And with today's electronics, with live scope and with that technology, you can actually see exactly how that fish is relating to that bait. And a lot of times, hovering that bait right above that fish and then slowly lifting it away is going to create that bite a lot of times, at least for me. And another technique to throw that where it's still kind of Demiki rigging is where you're actually physically making a long cast, watching that bait fall to the proper depth. Now, a lot of times you're using a lot lighter heads than you would straight down because you want it to kind of just fall in the water column. I keep my rod tip up high. I shake it. I like to keep movement constantly and in a slow reel and let that vertically go through that school of fish or that single fish or whatever you see on your graphs. And man, it's killer. So that got me excited there. I didn't think of that, but obviously that's the perfect setup.
Yeah, I throw that one all the time. That's one of my go-to rigs.
Okay.
Nice.
Now you also have a little worm deal that I noticed.
Yes.
So I fish the Chesapeake a lot, and during the spawn, a lot of times the drop shot is the perfect bait to use for that situation. I mean, all over the country, obviously, but it just got me thinking. We see so many anglers, especially in these pressured bodies of water, throw a drop shot during the spawn with a robo worm or whatever. You pick it, right? Being able to hover and keep that bait in place in an area where you really feel you're going to get a bite with that little bit of hair on the back, I think is a big deal. I really do.
Yeah, this I like throwing this worm. I don't throw a worm so much, but I don't know. If it's tough, I catch him on this worm. I don't know. I throw it on a Texas rig a lot, like a super light Texas rig. Potomac River, this on like a 16-ounce Texas rig, absolutely kills them up there. I was fishing a coast event. Probably would have come pretty close to winning. It had my boat not broke down. I had like a 19-pound bag on the river.
No way, dude. That's sick. Damn.
Yeah, but didn't make it back to weigh-in, but I was throwing a watermelon shaker worm on a 16-ounce Texas rig, and we were killing them on that right there.
Nice.
Sneaky.
Yeah, but that, I mean, this one's floating plastic plus the hair floats. So throwing this on a shaky head, that's what we really made it for. But if you could picture like a slinky going downstairs or something like that, that's what it looks like on a shaky head. Yeah, this thing just downright catches them.
So this Midnight Magic definitely has my attention. Green pumpkin orange.
That's probably our best selling color, green pumpkin orange.
Look at the June bug, Eric.
Oh, baby.
Sick. Midnight Magic. Watermelon. There you go. I like it. I like it. And then, of course, the St. Lawrence color.
June bug, baby. St. Lawrence, baby.
Now, I'm just on your website here, and I'm interested, too. Talk to me a little about that soft jerk bait.
Yeah, so that is brand new. We haven't released it. We haven't talked to anybody about it. But as of like, what is it now, 23 minutes ago, I put it up on the website. And I put limited quantities. We got 100 packs of each color, so they won't last very long. But that is our brand new soft jerk bait called Rap Shad.
Jeez.
And it's got 1.5 inches of Arctic fox fur. Hand painted 2 colors, so we got it in 6 colors right now. So I got 600 packs up on the website, and those will not last long.
That's awesome.
That one's brand new. Literally the first time showing it to the public right now.
That's very cool, man.
I'm sorry, I was just on your website looking, and it caught my eye. So we had a couple comments here. Do you if guys are interested on heading over to your website and picking up some of these, whether it be the jerk bait or any of these baits that we're talking about tonight, we'd love to give them a little code. I know we talked earlier, if that still stands true. I'm going to have Alex put that up here in the comments, guys, if you are interested in picking these up. Crush 10. Perfect.
Boom.
Travis
Somebody just
sold
said they're
out right now. Come on, they're not sold out yet.
I think that's psyops tactics, man. That's somebody
Right?
that's a little misinformation, man, coming from the Kremlin.
So talk to me about the color choices with that jerk bait there.
Yeah, so we got 6 colors on them. They're all kind of based off of shad or smell or alewives or whatever forage you got. But we got this one's a blue ghost. It's kind of like a translucent color and painted with blue on top. We got a chartreuse ghost, which is that one right there. Again, it's that like it's tough to see with the chartreuse there, but the bottom is like almost like a translucent pearl to it.
Okay,
it's pretty, man.
Chartreuse top.
If I want to rig that like a typical jerk bait, where I'm throwing it out there, I'm giving a couple quick jerks, then dead sticking it. You know, a lot of times when I'm fishing these types of baits, I'm actually, when I'm thinking smallmouth, it could be for schooling fish, but a lot of times I'm actually up shallow and individually kind of seeing a fish and sight fishing with a jerk bait. How would you rig that? Like, what size hook pairs well with that setup?
It pairs with a 4-aught EWG. I mean,
nice.
We load these with salt, so they do sink, so it gets right down there. You don't have to worry about it popping up out of the water, but loaded with salt, so they sink. You throw it weightless, cast it a long ways. Actually, one of the ways that I do throw it quite a bit, we got our first few ones out this fall, so we had a chance to throw it out. We live right on Champlain, so we tested it out on Champlain, crushed the smallies on them. But you throw this on a scrounger head.
Ooh,
yes,
filthy. What's your favorite scrounger head? Sorry, I got to ask because there's a lot of junk out there, man. What have you settled on, bro? Come on.
Speaking of that, Eric, real quick, when I was down getting my boat rigged, I had some downtime, so I went to a tackle store just outside of Lake Lanier, and they had a bunch of them. And again, I remember
which ones.
Yeah, like the Lucky Strike. The
okay.
You know, those I've used. I like them.
Yeah, those were good. Those were good.
It's hard to find. Yes.
I mean, another thing is different runs of the plastic. You got to open the pack and see if it's too stiff or you know, just right, man. It's all about that material. Janko Fishing had one. Picasso came out with one. What have you settled on, Bobby?
Oh gosh, I mean,
I'm
not
sure
like
you've used them all.
And enthusiast, there's not a whole lot of them up in the north here, but
yeah,
when I go down south, I always pick up the Janko Fishing scrounger heads. Those are the ones I've been used. Yeah.
Absolutely. Janko would be my pick. Picasso had some interesting different blade combinations. I don't know, man. I wasn't enthused. I tried a few. They just didn't seem to vibrate the lure like I wanted. But
my question, Eric, is the line tie. Some have like a little clip. Some are direct. It kind of got a little confusing. Some are where the clip was not clipped on, so it's like you had a choice. It's like, well, what do I do?
Weird,
you know
man.
what I mean?
Here's all I know. That thing is spinning. You're screwed.
Right.
You gotta it's gotta be on perfect. It can't be bent. Ah, man, it's too much. It's a hassle. Somebody's got to come out with a damn good one that just like you put it on and it freaking works right, man.
Couple questions.
I don't want my Rabid Fox 360 in. Damn it.
How many come in a pack for that jerkbait?
For that, we got 4 in a pack.
Okay, gotcha.
I got packs here up here. Let's see.
Couple other questions.
That's our baby bass color right there.
Oh, snappage.
And so you have 100 of these available right now?
100 of each color. We also got pearl and black, all black.
I saw that. Yes. Okay, so a couple questions. They want to know, what are your top 3 Champlain baits on your website?
Top 3 on the website. All right, so we got anything in Erie. Erie's is always good up on Champlain, the foxtail and the worm in Erie. I will say that chartreuse jerkbait there, the Rab Shad, we tested it out this fall, and we absolutely slayed them up on the reefs in the fall on just a soft weightless jerkbait.
Eric, maybe we needed that when we were up there.
I think so. And that shock color, dude.
I know.
That and
they love that chartreuse, man.
Let's see.
We'll have our revenge, Travis.
Champlain, that green pumpkin black craw, that's always good up there too.
Okay.
Oh, nice. Green pumpkin black. Green pumpkin body black claws, right? Nice.
Now I know you wanted to kind of skim over this earlier, but you caught my attention. So with that craw, and you said you were throwing it a lot on the sea rig, and let's bring it up, Oneida, a lot of inland lakes that have grass and smallmouth. That's your deal, huh?
That's my deal. I throw in Carolina rig all the time, anywhere I go. I mean, it just catches them. If nothing else catches them, you can catch them on that. I throw it with like a super heavy weight, though. I'll go like ounce and a half on my weight and just cause a whole bunch of ruckus down on bottom, long leader, like a 3-foot leader, and just bang the bottom with that weight and cause a bunch of ruckus and then eat it up.
How long is your leader?
About 3 foot. The tougher it gets, the longer the leader gets.
Oh, dude, right? 6 foot in grass sometimes is crazy. Dude, I'm telling you, my buddy was throwing a 6-foot leader and wore them out in a group of boats by doing that. Crazy.
We had a comment here. Nick just tried to order some. He didn't see a place for the code on the website. Is that towards the end, right before checkout?
Yeah. So, if you go into your cart, if you hit like checkout now or buy now or something like that, it skips right over it. But you got to go into your cart.
Okay, gotcha.
Nice.
How about the feedback from guys that may be throwing these for largemouth? Or do you have Do you have some customers down the southern regions that have been doing some damage with these baits? And can you give us some stories or examples on that?
Gosh, I was down in Tennessee doing the Pittman Creek show, and this kid walked around, and I gave him a free pack of green pumpkin orange foxtails. He had a tournament the next day. He said he went out and won the tournament, caught like 40 fish on this green pumpkin orange foxtail on a Ned rig. So that was pretty awesome.
That's cool. Hell yeah, man. A dub. Get the dub.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of my stores up here.
High school tournament.
One of my stores up here carries your Rabid Baits. It's Anglers in Annapolis, Maryland. They got a nice little bass shop, bro. Man, they're bass heads in there, bro.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, you know, I picked up some since Travis will get the free packs from you and he won't give any to me, but I think he's going to save me some. You got to watch out, Bobby. You got to put my name on it. Epic Eric's bag, don't touch.
Well, we will be down at the Classic booth 3505.
Oh, nice, man.
So.
Oh, you even got hair jigs. Look at that.
What? What's the deal with that?
Hair jigs.
Hello.
I take great pride in my hair jigs. All hand tied right here. Hand poured, hand tied. We use owner needlepoint hooks. I know there's a lot of pros out there. You know, everyone carries a hair jig, and then come tournament day, everyone's tying their own hair jigs. So I'm like, why doesn't someone just make the hair jig that everyone wants? And that's it right there.
Thank you.
1/4 ounce, and we got 1/8 ounce. Like I said, owner needlepoint hooks. We use that Arctic Fox for a little bit of crystal flash on it, but I mean that's just what the hair jig perfected.
It's so
hair jig perfected right there.
That's awesome, Bobby. Owner needlepoint too, man. I hate when you get a good jig and they skimp on the hook. It pisses me off. It's just like, why make it, right? Why make it if you're not going to put a great hook on it?
I'm looking at hook prices on like the standard hook that everyone puts on it is like 3 cents a piece, and we pay something like, I don't even want to say the price. It's like
ridiculous.
Almost 40 cents a hook or something.
But at the end of the day, the hook is what is keeping you from landing fish. It's the difference between winning and losing, in my opinion.
That's it.
You gotta have great trebles. You gotta have great freaking terminal. I mean, it's the hooks and your line and rod. It all works together. But the hook, at the end of the day, you can have the best rod. If you got a shitty hook, forget it. Good for you, man.
I mean, that's
Bravo.
it. And you think about your setup on a hair jig. You're throwing it on like a longer rod, 7 foot, 7.2, 7.3 rod.
Yeah.
With like a medium parabolic bend on it, and you're throwing it on 6-pound test. I mean, you got to have a super sharp light wire hook in order to get them pinned and keep them on.
Just lean into it. I've watched that Manson child throw that hair jig with 5-pound braid, man. He puts his whole body into it, man, and he can cast it a mile. Now, if you could just teach him, please, God, someone
teach me what?
God, you need to learn to tie that FT knot, not FG, Bobby. I said FT, and if you've ever watched that clip on Smallmouth, you know how I feel about that FT knot, not G. You could use your imagination.
Right.
That's right. Anyway, Travis, that hair jig's legit.
Yeah, I see that. So Brian wants to know what size hook for that craw on a sea rig.
That one's a smaller one, so you throw it on like a 1/0 or a 2/0.
Gotcha.
2/0 probably. Yeah.
Okay. And then when will we see any Flippin baits in the future? Maybe
Flippin baits. Not the next one, but you know, I got a lot of people asking for a larger craw.
Okay.
So that might be in the works. That might be your next one.
Very good.
Nice, man.
And then I'm just going through here too. We see you got some jig heads to pair with that.
Yep. We pour our own jig heads here.
What else we got? Some tungsten weights. All kinds of stuff out there.
Tungsten's getting hard to get.
Yes.
Yeah, true, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So we are pouring a whole bunch more lead and powder coating it. And we're actually using, I don't know if you've seen it, Stardust.
Now I'm going to bring up something that's kind of interesting. I didn't expect to see this. What's going on here?
Oh gosh, yes, we got some flies up there.
Really?
Yep. I mean, we're in the industry. We all of our, I'm gonna step away for a second
Sure.
and grab something for you. Show exactly what goes into these baits. It's kind of scary.
Hey, everybody, thank you for the support on the Professor boxes. They're sold out
already.
Yep.
Rabid tube. Curly Q2 says. I
thought you Rabitude. Is that what you said?
I said rabbit tube, but
I
very
think
quickly.
Rabitude. Don't say rabbit tube. Say it.
Rabid tube.
No, Rabitude.
Whatever.
Not rabbit tube. Rabitude, like attitude. Rabitude.
No.
I'm saying that should be their freaking tagline.
I got you.
Give them bass some rabitude. Don't give me no attitude. Give them rabitude. This is on the fly advertising, bro. What's going on with that camera? Moving on its own.
There you go.
Perfect.
All right. So in the fly tying industry, that is the Arctic fox fur. And if you look closely, each one of those is hand tied before they go in the mold.
Wow.
There's a lot into just talk about labor intensive, but that's it. I mean, so we're in the fly tying industry. We do a lot with fly tying. And so we had the opportunity to get some flies. So we got a whole bunch of flies on the website.
Sure. I wouldn't know what to do with them.
Drop shot that bitch.
I guess.
Yeah. Well, have you ever tried it?
Of course I have. Don't get into an argument with me over that again, Keith.
We actually saw quite a few. We got bass poppers up there. We saw a pile of bass poppers.
Really?
Yep.
To the fly anglers, obviously.
Yep.
I wouldn't know how else to throw that. Eric, what are you doing celebrating in the background?
That was my son walking by, man.
Oh.
He manages the website. So
all right.
You know, when we sell out, it's cool, man. I mean, there's a banger boxes, bro.
He can take the night off.
I know. It's just when it gets started, he can be shipping. No, anyway, man, those are cool. What other flies do you have there?
Oh, we got a whole bunch. We got streamers, we got bass poppers, we got some nymphs, we get like actually up on Champlain, we get a big salmon run.
Really?
In steelhead, landlocked salmon. So we got a bunch of flies for that.
Me and Travis fished that salmon run. I was bitten by a salmon. I still have a scar, Travis.
I see that.
Mark of the salmon. I have salmon blood coursing through my veins. King salmon.
You're lucky you didn't have to get your hand cut off, but
dude, man, I know, dude. That's why I was freaking a little bit, bro. I know what them toothy critters have in their blood. It's a lot of you did. You applied immediate medical attention.
Yes.
Anyway,
yes.
Yeah.
So where can guys, besides the website, do you have some retail stores as well?
We do. I got if you go right on the website, we got a dealer locator map. Okay, perfect. Right there, you can see all of our dealers right on the website.
Okay.
Very cool. Very cool.
Heck yeah. I wonder if they're in the real shot yet. They should be.
They should be, right?
If they're not, they will be.
They should be.
Mexico.
Yeah,
come on.
Whoa.
Oh yeah. No, we actually do.
That's crazy.
We do quite a bit of business over in the Netherlands.
What?
Yeah, guys are using them for those big perch over there. They like that foxtail for the perch.
The Xander.
No, that's a walleye.
Yeah, that's it. The Xander.
No, they call them Xanders.
Not a Xander. No, that's like a.
No, that's a walleye. That
yeah.
It looks like it's just a
tench.
I don't know.
TENSCH.
Don't they call them just perch over there too?
They do call them.
That's what they're using them for.
Probably.
But I think their name over there is a tench fishing. It's a whole thing. Yeah, they're freakish. They're like 10-pound perch. They're wild looking, man. I got a guy from Wales that works for our company, so he loves to go tench fishing. Anyway, cool. It's cool that you're international, man. Crazy.
Heck yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
Well, good stuff, man. I
quite a bit up in.
Go ahead.
I was just saying we do quite a bit up in Ontario too.
Okay, I imagine.
Yeah, I can imagine.
That doesn't surprise me.
Pretty popular bait in the New York region.
Well, when I first, when you reached out to me last year and I gave those baits a try, man, like I said, I was extremely impressed, and I thought it'd be cool to have you on and just talk about, you know, being a new company. I know a lot of people that watch this, and people know that we bring on companies that we, you know, we want to try their baits first, and I certainly had success with them. So it's definitely not a gimmick. It's the real deal. It's something that's totally fish have never seen before. I've never seen it. So we certainly appreciate it, and we will let's keep that, if you don't mind, because we get a lot of viewers, you know, that can't watch this live. So if over the next couple of days, if people are watching this right now, if you don't mind, Bobby, if we can keep that Crush 10 up there for a while.
Yeah, I'm going to leave it up for a little bit. I know that Rab Chad, that soft jerk bait, that's going to be probably sold out here in a few hours. So I'm going to watch the orders come through. So I'm going to leave that up for until we actually get a really good stock of that. So that'll be up for a little bit for you.
Awesome, man. We appreciate it. Let's try to get together, man. We get up to Champlain. We'll
yeah, for sure. I'm going to be, like I said, we're going to be down at the Bassmaster Classic booth 3505. So
okay, so you have a booth down there. You mentioned you do a lot of shows too. What's your plan for the future as far as where you want to take this company and kind of where you see yourself here in the next 2 or 3 years down the road?
I mean, we're growing exponentially. I mean, 2 or 3 years down the road, I mean, gosh, we're shooting for some bigger contracts. I don't want to
sure
say anything before it actually happens, knock on wood, but we are definitely shooting for the moon on this one.
Perfect.
Nice, man. It's good to hear, man. Love it. Made in America too, right?
That's it. All made right here in Vermont.
Come on, man.
I mean,
that's a whole nother reason to buy an American-made bait. Damn it. I mean, the Arctic foxes, they did come from another state, but what are you going to do? Yeah. They're not running around Vermont, but, you know, you got to get it where you got to get it.
That's true.
You don't know that, man. They got a lot of stuff running around up there in Vermont.
Thank you. You're going to tell me the hair came from some dude that was made by the U.S. Army all of a sudden? What?
What?
I don't. You're going to go to there?
I wasn't going nowhere. I was going to talk about.
It's Yeti Man.
They got the Loch Ness Monster up there, or you know, whatever it's called. They got. I've heard. Never mind. I'm not going to go there.
Loch Ness Monster. I caught the Loch Ness Monster on a shaky jig.
Okay.
I can't believe it. I caught the Loch Ness Monster on a rabid freaking shaky jig.
Anyways.
I tight lined the Loch Ness Monster is. I got him vertical jigging. What's next? Can you imagine if you did though? That'd be cool.
That would be. It would.
That would be a funny shirt for you to wear.
It's
not nice to mess with Sasquatch or the Loch Ness.
No.
Can you imagine how many Ned rigs the Loch Ness Monster has on him?
I don't know.
A lot. And
know.
Carolina rigs, man, it'd be crazy. You get a lot of tungsten off him.
Yes.
You can see him on your live scope.
Come on.
You'd have to dead stick him though. He doesn't really like the active shaking presentation.
All right. I lost control here. Listen, Bobby, thanks a lot. Again, we appreciate you coming on. I encourage everybody, check it out. rabidbaits.com. Crush with a capital C10. Save 10% off your first order or your second order, or whatever the case may be. And we'll leave that up for a few days. And we certainly appreciate you spending a few minutes with us hanging out tonight.
Yeah, appreciate it, guys.
Awesome, yeah, Bobby, awesome. All the best, man. Enjoy. Great product, man. I'm glad you guys are made in America. The hair jig's badass and very unique designs, man. All the best in the future growth of the company.
Awesome. Thanks, you guys.
All right. We'll talk to you.
Have a good one.
All right.
Yep. Bye.
Very cool, man.
Very cool for sure.
That got me excited. That little
boom
jerk shad deal. Or how about that? The Ned rig bait, Demiki rigging.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I should have brought you back before I let him go, Alex. I don't know if there was any questions I missed, but I think we covered it all.
Yeah, I think you did pretty good. I'd be interested, if you ever hook up with him, Travis, do like a how it's made video or tour their shop or something. That'd be a good one.
Good one. Well, he might not want to show that, but
show us secret.
But Yeah, exactly. They'd have to like Cortland braid it. You know what I mean? Well, here's where the plastic. Here's the Arctic fox
We
pen.
can't show the rest. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to show an Arctic fox going behind the woodshed.
Guys, let me know in the comments what you ordered. What bait got you excited there? I got to give that Craw a try, man. Like I said, I got a bunch of the gobies literally gone. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, sure,
it works. It's the real deal. But I got a couple of these packs. We'll save for the Chesapeake and.
Oh, dude, yeah, I think that's going to be a good drop shot worm during
go to work. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Or a shaky head, bro. When they get
if I had water in the tank, I don't right now. I would show you guys. It
I was about to say,
does have some awesome movement. Drop shotting for sure. You know, he mentioned a small 16th ounce. You know, that's the deal, Eric, on those tidal bodies of water, is getting that weight. You know, that 16th or 1/8 or even. I wouldn't go too much more than that in most situations. You want to try to be as finesse as possible, but
agreed.
Even think about that on a back of a finesse sea rig.
Sure.
100%. In the grass, like don't count that stuff out.
There's no question. I mean, that's one of the things you're probably going to shoot down in Florida.
We are. We're going to do a little finesse.
Yeah, you might be finding my. You know, I'm involved, right?
No, are you coming?
No.
But.
So, did you know that?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, that I'm working with MonsterBass, man, doing some content.
Perfect.
I'm part of the team, bro.
Okay, I didn't know, bro.
Yeah.
Okay.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Travis is getting squeezed out next year. Eric's taking over.
Not at all. No. I'm a behind the scenes guy, man. I'm no YouTube guy. I'm not a content guy. I got one YouTube video. I always wanted to do one. I did one. I'm done. It felt great. I'm an Instagram guy. I don't have man. What Travis does is hard. It's hard making content, man. My hat's off to the content creators of the planet, man. Thank you for what you do. Seriously, it's not easy. You guys think it's easy to make a good, interesting, well-edited video? It's hardish. It takes a lot of time. You know, I'm just out there doing 1-minute dumb clips, you know, on the water. Dude, I was out testing a crankbait today. Marty Burns' little flat side burner that I want, man. And it runs perfect. Alex, I'm fishing these ponds I used to fish as a kid. And it's where I learned to fish a floating worm, a man's jelly worm. So I walked around the big pond, then I went to the back little pond, and I'm at the end of my day, cast it out, and I feel my line tightening up, and I'm snagged on somebody's line. Dude, and literally, and I'm 30 yards out in the pond, and I'm pulling the line as slow as I can. I have 8-pound monofilament on my rod. Right. And so I'm pulling it. I'm like making progress with the line that's attached to a stick. Now it could be a tree and I'm done. And I'm like, no way, man. I cannot lose this lure. It's the prototype painted by TK, by the way. And it's swimming so good. This is tuned up. This little one's tuned up. So I get it. And it's attached to a rattle trap with no hooks. So I get it in and I got the trap, man. I was so excited, man. I was about to go swimming and the water was cold. Oh my God. Flipping out. But I got it.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, I always get caught on other people's line, especially, you know, fishing around the bank or like a pond like that. Someone just goes out there, get their catfish line hung up.
I hate that, man. I hate that. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I got a lot of memories at that pond, man. Copperheads. And I remember, I'll just tell one more story about that pond. It's where I learned to fish a floating worm. Used to use a man's jelly worm, no weight, with a swivel. Kinked a little bit. And man, you just see that worm swimming. You slow, steady retrieve, maybe pause it, and they just come up behind it. Gin clear water. They're all spring-fed ponds. So I bought my first Big O from Kmart, and it was a Big O, like the big alphabet one. It wasn't a Big O. It was a cheap Chinese knockoff. It was gold with a black back with like heavy flake on it. And there were willow bushes in the corner of this pond. And so I was fishing the dead willows, actually. So they're out in the middle, like 30 yards off the bank. So I come by this willow bush. It looked like buckbrush. I'm calling it a willow. Maybe it wasn't a willow. Buckbrush. And this bass comes out from behind the bush. Literally, it was definitely a double digit. Gin clear water. Sucks in my bait and spits it out before I could blink my eyes. I was devastated. That would have been who knows if I would have landed it. But there were 10s in there. That pond is where the first snakehead was caught in America.
Really?
That caused the whole firestorm around snakeheads in Crofton, Maryland, where I live. How about that? Crazy, right?
How's the pond now?
It's still spring fed. It's got grass. It looks healthy. They killed everything in the pond.
Bass in it?
Well, they killed everything in the pond, Travis, but then they restocked it. So I don't know how the bass population is, but they had to kill all 3 ponds. The one pond in the back looks almost dried up. The other little spring fed was a little dirty today, but the clear one, which is the largest one, is gin clear still. Crazy, man. They killed that pond because it feeds into the Patuxent River, and they were worried about snakeheads going from the Patuxent to the bay. Anyway, there you go.
Gotcha.
Crazy.
All right, I'm going to let me get in position here real quick. I'm going to grab another black cherry seltzer. I'm still on that kick, and I'll be right back. Alex, why don't you let everybody know what you got going on over at Bass U and all that fun stuff, and I'll be right back as soon as I figure out how to remove myself from this.
Well, yeah, like he said, I'll let you know what's going on at Bass U. So tomorrow night will be John Cruz zooming in. He's going to talk about his win down there on the St. John's. I'm excited to hear a little bit about the quiver. I know that factored big into his win. GDP is going to zoom in, Pete, and then Riz and BTC will be there as well. I know Professional Fish Heads down on Cumberland getting ready for the NPFL event, the first one of the year. I know he's excited for that. But yeah, it should be a good show tomorrow night, 7 Eastern. And then I'm not too sure what's going on next week yet, but then I know pretty much just about the whole Bass U crew will be down there at the Classic. We'll have a booth, do some interviews, do whatever the heck else Riz tells us to do, and should be a fun night.
Speaking of auctions, I want to share with you guys something I won on a recent auction.
Oh boy.
That kind of blew my mind. So I didn't know this. I'm just going to put it up there. I think this is the coolest thing. So there it is.
Oh, wow.
St. Croix Trilene.
That's crazy. What?
Park Falls, Wisconsin.
Whoa.
So they made the Trilene before Berkeley bought Trilene.
Wow. No way. That's so crazy, dude. That's unbelievable. That's some history right there. That's cool.
It's a full spool, bro.
Heck yeah.
That's unbelievable, man. Blue. Cool. I love the blue.
What we should do? We should
matches your boat. Let's try to fish with it.
Spool it up.
Yeah.
Like a video.
What pound is it?
17. So we could throw like a spook on it, or
you think it's still good?
Sure.
Like pull some off and try to break it between your hands.
I'm not gonna, not yet.
Okay, it's a virgin spool. Are you saying it's a virgin spool?
It is, yeah.
Never been used?
It certainly doesn't look like it, man.
Where'd you get? How many yards of that is there?
It says just 1 pound spool.
What year is it from?
They used to measure it by weight.
That's crazy. So crazy.
I don't know.
What the hell? Where'd you find that?
On eBay.
No way, dude. That's so freaking awesome.
That is cool.
I just think I'm just gonna kind of like, is it just whatever? I'm just gonna hang it up on the shelf like I had it, but
that's pretty cool.
I thought that was neat.
That would be a good video, though.
What I was doing is I was searching for an old, because remember, Eric, you had that old St. Croix drop shot rod. And I remember the color. Brown. And so I was actually searching for the brown rod just to see if there's
that was like their high end. It is the perfect drop shot rod. And
lo and behold, I came across a spool line that said St. Croix. I'm like,
so you're searching for a rod and found the spool. That's so crazy. Who knew that, man? That is some deep history right there. I had no idea they sold Trilene and Berkeley bought it and started producing it.
Now I know I threw this auction on you guys fairly quick. I don't have a whole lot to go through. People are going to be really upset, Eric, if you don't have something for the auction. I know.
What?
So I'm just saying, in between here, if you can figure something out while we go through this.
Damn.
All right, let's get at it, guys. This is lot 1. Alex,
can I just ask for people, like, what do you want to see me hold up? I wasn't planning on this.
Well, you don't have to. I'm just saying normally.
No, I'm just saying if you guys want something, I mean, that I have in the Bass Lab that I've held up. I heard some people. I don't know. I don't know what to hold up. hell? What the hell do I hold up? I don't know what to do. Anyway, if you guys are interested in anything in particular, let me know.
That doesn't sound too exciting. Lot one, Alex, if you can put the PayPal and Venmo is what we're going to do in this auction. Like I said, have a couple quick locks. I just want to get through some of this stuff that I want to move, get it out of my way to make room. So the first one's going to be, and listen, they're in good condition. There's no cracks, but they're dirty. Okay, you might want to clean them up a little bit. But I have 4 of the deep 3600 Bass Mafia boxes, and then I have 4 of the smaller 3600 or 37, whatever they're called, Bass Mafia. I'm going to start those out. 8 boxes. We'll do $40 for that lot because there'll be quite a bit to ship. So if you guys are interested, lot 1 is the Bass Mafia boxes right here, starting out at 40. See if we get any interest. I know we didn't advertise tonight that we were going to do this, but
no, man, I didn't know.
I'm sorry. It's been a long week.
It's all good. Seems like you have some good stuff, though.
Somebody said the hold up. That's the original OG June bug. I ain't held that up in a while, man. I can't auction that off.
That's got to be like 10 grand by now.
That would be
an NFT.
I do have the last 2 Aaron Martin's Morning Dawns.
Do you?
Up. Yeah, this is it. TK's gonna paint some more. I just sent some more stuff down to him.
All right.
If people were interested, and there are several people that are interested because they missed out.
We got Brian Bisco for $45 on this lot of Bass Mafia boxes. That's a hell of a deal. What do they retail for a piece?
I don't know, but some Gumpy said you could sell them for 15 to 18 a piece. So do some quick math. You're getting.
It's a hell of a deal. I don't know how many people want.
So Travis, was that? Oh, never mind. Dennis just came in at 50, so that'll clear it.
Dennis is at 50.
Yep.
Oh, I do have a June bug crank. I got one left. Painted by TK with the Epic Eric on the side. There it is. Boom. That'll go up. Why not? You guys asked for it, I'll do it. What else do I have? I got to go get some stuff upstairs. It wasn't prepared.
We got 65 from Brian on those boxes. And I have most of listen, I see I got some stupid labels on. Like, you can clean these up. Most of the biters are in there.
On Jig Squad the other night, I said, why doesn't somebody tie a really flashy chatterbait? And I had tied this. I'm going to trim the hair. I'm going to trim the tail. But I think a flash chatterbait would freaking destroy him, man. That thing is so shatty swimming through the water. Anyway, if you guys want me to auction that, I will. I got to trim the tail, but you guys could do that too if you wanted to. Maybe I'll just leave it full.
All right, anyway. Let's call that at 65 to Brian.
Okay.
Brian, you got that. I'm going to write this down. I'll get everything shipped out hopefully tomorrow too here. I'm going to skip lot 2 because that's another bunch of boxes. We'll circle back to that. Again.
Ooh, I'll be right back.
I have a Garmin EcoMap Ultra 126 SV 12-inch. No transducer, so you're probably just going to get the I can look at it here. We're going to start this one off at $2,000.
That retails for what, 3?
Yeah.
Pretty good deal.
Yep. So there's the mount. It does come with the power cord. That's all you're getting. Probably my old waypoints are still in it. Lucky for you. There she is.
How you guys like that box of pogo shads? It's pretty hot.
I like that. Some nice colors in there. I see some.
Oh,
wow, that would sell pretty good.
I would never. That whole box? Are you kidding me? That's crazy.
And like I said, listen, I realize you guys, you might not. I'm just throwing this stuff out there. $2,000. I'm going to put all this on Bass Boat Central here in the next couple of days. So I just want to give you guys a shot if anyone's looking for that.
That's right.
So, Travis, for the people that might not know, you could buy that unit and hook a live scope up to it, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, lot number 5 is the Garmin Live Scope, right? So this is the I don't know. It's the Live Scope. It's got the black box and the I got 3 of these guys if you're interested. $1,000 a piece is where we'll start that out.
Nice. I'm just looking around the room, getting some ideas.
Heck yeah.
Got any Stratics?
Gene wanted to know what Garmin unit was that, and I believe it was the
126.
Yeah, 126. So what's that, 12.5-inch screen basically?
Yeah, 12-inch is what they say. Brian, if you want, on the bottom right there is my PayPal at Travis Manson. You should be able to find me to pay for those boxes. But if you guys are interested in the Live Scope, $1,000 is what we're starting that bid out. I think you can get them now. I think they dropped the price. You can get them for like $1,300. So if anyone wants it, I'll sell it to you for $1,000. That's a heck of a deal. Like I said, it's not for everybody.
I will say, of all the people to buy used electronics from, Travis, you're probably at the top of the list for how well you take care of your stuff. And
that's right.
Keep it all organized.
They're perfect. I got a lot number 4. It's a Mercury High 5. It has it's a 25 pitch. You got to clean it up, polish it up a little bit, right? It's been kind of laying around, so it's dull looking, but there's not a scratch on the blade.
Oh yeah, I have a prop if anybody wants one.
Okay, well,
I think it's it goes to a Skeeter.
Well, go get it.
FX21. No, it's sitting in my garage, man. I don't know what it is. Brand new, never been used. I should sell that, right?
Yeah.
You'll have to help me figure out where to sell it, Travis.
All right.
It's for a Skeeter 21 FX. I don't know. What does a brand new prop go for right now?
I don't know. So this Mercury High 5, I'll do 325 starting bid.
You're a lot of help.
25 pitch.
Thanks, Travis. Oh, I don't know.
So,
I can research it.
Travis, I've listened to a podcast on this in the past. I pretty much forgot all the information in there, but what's the main difference between like a 4-blade and a 5-blade? You know, what are you getting with that 5 that you're not getting with a 3 or 4 blade?
So the 5 is going to be a lot slower. But if you're trying to get over big waves, it's the deal. I mean, honestly, it's just you're going to lose a lot of top end speed.
Sure.
But if you got to climb over waves, for sure. And whether it be a Bravo 1 4-blade or a Fury 4, they're all good. This is kind of, I think that high 5, I don't even know if they make them, to be honest with you, anymore. And like I said, I don't know if anyone's going to pick that up. That's a 24 pitch, John. Or I'm sorry, 25 pitch high 5. It even says right here, demo, not for resale. So that was a joke. Never mind.
Yeah, E-Stack Fishing. Yeah, the Skeeter had a Yamaha. A show. A faux show.
Let me know. I think somebody said they might want to pick up one of those live scope transducers.
Dustin, thanks for the tip on the prop price.
How much?
Hey, Travis, I saw a question come in. Would you be willing to do maybe a little discount if someone bought the graph and the transducer, or would you still like to stick it?
No, honestly not. Only because these are pretty good prices. I'll sell them.
Oh, yeah.
I'll sell them.
Okay.
I need to. It's not like I use this money to pay for this next boat. You know what I mean? So I do need to get the most I can out of it.
For sure. So I saw you had quite a little, I'm sure you make a video of it, but you had a nice little live scope and active target mix going on up there. So it's like you got one of them down, one's forward. How's that going to work out for you?
Sure. So my new boat setup, I have a Garmin Eagle Map at the bow, as well as a Lowrance 12-inch live, and then I have a Humminbird Helix 12-inch at the bow. Of course, the Humminbird will be dedicated to the 360.
Sure.
The Lowrance right now, one transducer is straight down, and the other transducer is on a pole. And then the Garmin live scope is mounted on the transducer forward facing.
Okay.
So in theory, the plan was to utilize the pole quite a bit and experiment with whether or not I like Lowrance live forward versus Garmin and find out which one's better. So hopefully it'll, I mean, really, it's just going to settle in my mind. I'll know in a couple months,
yeah,
which is the better unit, and then kind of make a decision what I'll do for next year's boat. But I really feel having a live scope forward on the trolling motor to chase fish down is important. But having one on a pole is extremely important when your trolling motor is being used to keep you in place.
Yeah, spot lock. Mm-hmm.
That's the reasoning behind that. And because I do so much deep water fishing, and I do get over these fish quite a bit right below them, having a screen dedicated just straight down is important to me, because when you're working these little baits, even forward, you can see straight down. I get that. But imagine being able to see that on a much bigger screen and see exactly what that fish is doing in relation to how you're working that bait.
Sure.
It just magnifies what's going on straight below me. So that's the reason why I have 3 of those.
So I saw a question come in earlier. I forget who asked. I'm going to try and find it real quick. But they were curious. Have you tried the Lowrance 360, and are you going to mess with that at all this year?
So the Lowrance 360 only works. It doesn't work like a true 360.
Okay.
It's not doing a complete revolution constantly. It depends on how your trolling motor is being operated. So to me, that's junk right now. I'm sure 2-3 years from now, they're going to be right there.
Sure. I think they kind of did that. They had I know they had a live sonar that came out and no one really used it, or obviously it wasn't that good. And then they come out with Active Target, and it seems to be on par with Garmin.
Mm-hmm. As far as interference, there is not a whole lot of interference. I ran, so I can only use 2 at a time, right? Either the pole or the straight down with the Lowrance. I don't have 4 screens up front, if that makes sense.
I saw, I think it was Milliken. He's got like a 15 or 16-inch live scope. Would you consider doing that if you had the room for it, or is 12 just
absolutely? If there was room at the bow, I would have all 15 or 16-inch graphs, but there's just not. Like,
yeah.
And I need 3 graphs. Like, you need 360 to be efficient at what I do, just like you need live scope. Like, I couldn't just run straight live scope. I feel like I would not see everything that I can by combining the 2.
Sure.
So could I have 2 16s? Maybe, but then I would still lose 1 transducer. I don't know. That's a good question. I'm not sure how I would feel if I just had 2 big 16s up there. I feel like I need 3 screens, 3 transducers. Oh, Ken goes, is there a spreadsheet of the rods that you're selling? I do have a few rods left. Alex, if you can throw that up there.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, if you guys are interested, I have the prices listed. These are what's left. I'll go. I'm going to throw one more thing out here, and then we'll kind of move on because I don't have a whole lot. Like I said, this is totally random here. If anyone needs a nitro butt seat with a nice pole, this is a $200 value, Eric. I was going to do this $100 ship for both. It's got a little blue highlight, but it's a nitro butt seat and pole.
Why did you go with your boat? I don't get it. Did you just forget to sell it with it,
bro?
Oh, you got an extra one. A 10-4.
$100 if you guys need a nitro butt seat and pole.
It just made me laugh. I'm sorry. I didn't expect that. It was odd.
Yes,
but then again,
I am odd.
You finished my sentence. How'd you know what I was going to say?
Because I know exactly what you're going to say. Oh man,
I got an extra Skeeter seat. I swear I do.
Do you?
The dealer I called to say, "Did you mail my check yet?" And he goes, "No, the accounting department should mail it out tomorrow." I said, "That's fine." They're about a week late, by the way, on the check. And he goes, "Do you have an extra seat hanging around?" I go, "Yeah, when the check shows up, I'll let you know." Because I guess the guy came back and said, where's the folding seat?"
Ah,
it's in my attic.
The folding seat.
Yep.
Well, like I said, that's pretty much here. If you guys want some other real quick, since I got these boxes, I need to move them. I have 7 Plano yellow latch 3600 boxes. I have 7 of these, all good. 7 times 5. Let's start out at $35, although it's going to cost me $35 to ship them all. If you guys are interested in 7 of these deep 3600 style boxes, again, you got to clean them up a little bit, but they're ready to go. If anyone's interested in them. Oh man, I had some baits here, but I'm not going to waste anyone's time.
Me either, man. I'm not into it. I stayed up watching Ozark last night, and I'm dying. I stayed up till like 3:30. I started.
They came back with a new season, right?
Yeah, 4.
And it's been a while since season 3, correct?
Correct. So you'd have to go refresh.
Is that what you did?
No, I didn't do it. I just jumped right into it because to me, I probably didn't even finish season 3. But you know, all the players are the same. Some are dead, but the main characters are still alive.
Yeah.
And they kind of bring you into episode 1, season 4 with a recap of the last episode of season 3. So
all right, we got Katie with $40 on the boxes. Anyone else? I'm gonna let that marinate a little bit.
Marinate it. Yeah. Oh, I'm tired, man.
Hurting
for certain.
So I watched a couple seasons of Yellowstone.
Oh, good one. Me too. I watched a few.
But then the new there's another kind of take on it pre-Yellowstone called 1883 or something. Have you seen that?
No, I haven't. Was it good?
Pretty legit, since I kind of resonate well in that era and kind of feel like what's so funny?
Do you resonate well in that era? I forgot.
I do.
He does. He feels like he's from that.
This ain't a freaking joke, man.
No, he feels like he's from it.
I can definitely relate to everything that goes on back then, and it's just fascinating. And then my mind started going, dude. So why I'm so freaking out every day in my life is because after I watched this show and realized what it was like just 1883, right? Is that what it's called? Yeah, 1883. So let's say I was born in 1983, which I was, somewhere around there, give or take. That was only 100 years ago. Shit like that was going on. Like there was no roads, there was no buildings. Like in 100 freaking years, well, when I was born, like it just blows my mind, dude, and it's scary.
It is crazy. It makes
scary
you
what's coming,
and we all know. Next 100.
We all know what's coming. I'm not going to go there, but we know what's coming.
Here's what I know what's coming. And I'm going to be fishing May 8th on a tournament. And so I try not to like occupy my mind with things that are out of my control.
Right. Well, when your credit score doesn't allow you to go fishing in 3 years, Eric, you're going to be pretty upset with what's going on.
Did you just say my credit score?
You don't understand your social credit score.
What?
Yeah. See, you fish too much and even know what's going on.
I feel sad for you, man, but that's okay. You keep living in that reality, and I'll just keep living in mine.
Well, anyways, Eric, I hope you're driving to that tournament.
I'll smile a little bit more than you. That's all I know, bro.
All right.
It's hard to wipe the smile off my face sometimes. But
man. Waves, current ice. Travis, you can relate to stealing from Native Americans. No, I love the Native Americans. That's not my point. God, people want to start something. All right, how we do on that bundle of tackle boxes?
I saw AA. The chat will correct me if I'm wrong. The last one I saw was AA fishing for $80. Was the last one I saw come in. I have not seen any other.
All right, because that's going to cost me $40 to ship. I guess we can do it.
Okay, AA fishing. That is yours.
AA, there you go.
$80.
AA. Do. Anyways, I love that song.
That's a good song.
What's Eric, in that peace pipe, Travis?
That's what you need. Peace pipe.
Oh, man.
He needs what's in it. Ella Bass is in the house.
Thank you.
Kyle. These guys are funny tonight.
What did Kyle say? My social credit Crackers in the shitter.
You guys don't. It's funny how there's so many people that don't understand it, but man, good show tonight, guys. Eric, we really appreciate you hanging out. And
yeah, absolutely.
I guess nobody wants these Dobbins. Let me know. We can take that off, Alex. It was a bust. This was the worst auction we've ever had.
I know. I didn't
Best
sell
items,
anything.
worst results.
I didn't even sell anything. I held up something.
Dang.
Anyway, we'll do it another
by the
night.
way,
Well,
let me run through the schedule, guys. So, of course, next week, Mondays, VIP members. It's going to be a great show. The 7th, we have our buddy Brooks from Cortland Bray decided to jump back on and chat with us a little bit. Always love hanging out with him. He's a great dude. Great guide up in upstate New York as well for salmon and steelhead.
Hey, did my Cortland line that I ordered come in?
We're working on that as well. So
okay, great. I'll just keep using my stuff.
The 14th. 14th
hasn't failed me yet.
Backed by a lot of popular.
I kind of tripped you up there.
A lot of Travis Myers will be joining us.
Get it together, bro.
And then the 21st, we got Scott with a company called Spool Speed, which is very interesting. We're going to have him on the show. And then, of course, a lot of
can't wait to get my bearings upgraded too.
Is
man.
that the
awesome.
Cast the dark sleeper across the pond? Those are cool videos.
Very cool. Very cool, man.
Travis, before we get too far, David Stoudemire said he'll take your pole and seat for 100. Is that what you're asking? I couldn't remember.
Yeah. How am I going to ship that?
That is almost be easier to do it separate.
Oh, good point.
Maybe. If he wants, yeah. If you want it, buddy, you got it.
Travis didn't say local pickup only.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
David, swing on by tomorrow. I'll be here.
Order the classic. Bring it to the classic in your truck.
I'm flying.
Well,
wait, you can fly there? I
get
thought
a seat.
All the flights are grounded from 5G, so you had to drive everywhere.
Oh, no, right. I guess that never happened.
A lot of birds are dying though because of it.
Oh, okay.
Oh boy.
So
you are so sad.
How are you going to tell if that's killing you or not right now? You can't.
Hey, listen, guys, I'm going to go watch the rest of Ozark while Travis opines on everything that's killing him. But meanwhile, I'm going to choose to just live and die all at the same time because we're all dying a little bit every day.
All right. Yes.
So, all right, Bubble Boy, just get a plastic bubble, drink your club soda, and run around the world in it.
That's what they want. Keep us in the house. Oh, today's
Tuesday.
Bubble Your last name starts with an M. You can go grocery shopping today, sir. Oh, thank you, government. We appreciate it.
Did you smoke something really weird down at the last event that you were in that caused you crazy behavior? Because you came back crazier than you were before.
Crazier.
I didn't think it was possible. Spiraling down that hole, bro. I'm trying to pull you out every chance I get, but it just doesn't work. Maybe somebody else can talk some sense into Travis. You guys try for a little bit. Stream, go ahead. Comments, talk some sense into him. You'll have your detractors, but you'll also have people that support you. Yes, Travis, it's true. It's coming.
Even if that didn't even come, isn't it fascinating? Like, what is the next 30 years going to be?
No, not really. I like the next 30 minutes.
I'm
going to go. You know what? I'm going to go watch
Watch your Ozark.
There's this thing called being present in your mind and with people around you.
Yes.
And because your mind is monkey brained and it jumps from tree to interesting thought tree, you can never, ever enjoy the
monkey
present
brain
moment.
Thought tree to thought tree.
Yeah, you do. You jump from tree to tree with these thoughts. I don't know how you calm your mind, man. Snake venom's not working. Double up on the snake venom dose. So that's my RX. Get some more Bushmaster. Did you stop taking it? Clearly.
All right.
Did you ever finish your RX on that?
Huh?
I'm losing control of the stream. You do it to yourself, man. I was fine. I didn't say anything. You just keep bringing up these topics, and I got to respond.
Yes. Eric, we appreciate you coming on the show tonight. Enjoy.
You know what I can't wait to do is catch a fish.
Yes.
With my new Cortland braid. You don't even know what I'm going to say, but you said yes. Attached to a rabid bait.
Yes.
I cannot wait.
We're going to do it.
Where? When?
Soon.
Why?
When I get back from the classic, Eric, we're going to be on the bay quite a bit.
Dude, I actually, on a serious note, I'm totally stoked for that. I
gotta
cannot wait.
Do that spring pre-spawn deal.
You know how long it's been so long since we've done that. That's like where we started. When's the last time we tried to do anything like interesting on the bay? Since then.
Well,
yeah. Well, no, the finesse episode with the Nikko and you were throwing the finesse. We cracked them. That was a tough day. Summertime, but we caught them.
And then remember, we threw a pop Rico for a little bit. We had some blow ups.
That was fun. We caught a few.
Yeah.
But
we haven't really fished the bay together.
No.
Like real. We are fishing the Ike tournament and the Chester County tournament.
I'm looking forward to that.
When's the Ike one this year?
June
I think
5th.
in June. And Eric,
yes, it is.
I don't know if you confirmed yet. Oh, I need to say this, guys. For all you guys in the upstate New York area, July 24th, we are doing the Smallmouth Crush tournament out of Clayton, French Creek Marina. It's going to be $500 entry for a team tournament. All the proceeds besides the plaque, the rental for the boat, and my entry fee goes back into the pot. So it should be a pretty big payout. Hopefully about 15 to 20 grand is what we're hoping for. So everybody's welcome to sign up. And I think I talked Eric into fishing that with me, hopefully. So I'm actually going to make a note because I want to get some more details and get some flyers out and get the rules up, but it's going to be pretty much a normal, tournament video or tournament rules. So I'm going to put that down. We do have to get some plaques. Other than that, Eric, we'll let you go. I might hang out a little bit.
Do that.
I just feel like.
You feel like hanging out with your peeps, man. Yeah, it's been a while. Do it, man. I'm going to go watch. I think I'm going to go finish Ozark.
Perfect. And I'm not too. I'm not too stressed here, guys. For the people that won any of these things, if you can't, I only have a couple items here. And if you feel like buying a live scope or whatever in the future, let me know. I'll have them. I'm not going to do anything until I get back from the classic and start moving all this stuff. I also will have some. Never mind. I'll have some more electronics available as well. I just don't want to get bombarded when I tell you what I have just yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Good idea.
I don't
Good
need
idea.
to answer all these questions. Oh, you got 360s? Oh, okay. I'll take some. All right. They're hard to come by right now.
Hey, nice hoodie, man.
Thank you. Yeah.
Tell people that's by the way, that's the new hoodie, right? That's the new performance hoodie, man. That's the same one that Power Pole uses, right?
That is.
It's a great hoodie, man. Love it. Really looks great, man. Looks fantastic.
Yep.
You got my stuff ready for me, right?
Yep. You guys can head over to the merchandise, click that. You guys
I'm really not sure when you say yes that you do.
I do have it. I do have
awesome.
Everything ready for you, buddy.
You're the man.
Just
fantabulous.
What you need.
Nice, man. Looks like you got everything stocked up. Awesome. What's that one? You got the stamp. What is the stamp? A sticker?
Yes, that's just the Great Lakes sticker.
Okay, and you got the other one. That's a smallmouth, right?
Yes. If someone buys some clothes here today, I'll throw those stickers in. Not a big deal.
Heck yeah.
That's awesome, man. There you go. I dig it, man.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I'm rolling, man.
Okay.
Thanks, Abe. It's good to be back, man. It was fun. We had some funny moments. It was a little slow, but we got it rolling,
Yeah, listen, it's going to get better. We had 2 weeks off, man.
I know, man. I know.
Mm-hmm.
We're back in the groove.
I enjoyed the show tonight.
Me too, man.
As well as all the
that was a good one.
We had
the Rabid Baits guys were good.
Yeah, we had some great numbers on the feed here. Got great questions and
chat was really good, man. They're always fun. Mm-hmm. Thank you guys for showing up, man. Welcome back, everybody. We'll see you next week. And until then,
South Jersey fisherman, I'm confused too, buddy. As always, until next time. The code was capital C Crush 10.
You could put it
Crush
back
10
up.
At Rabid
Put
Baits.
it back up.
I think he's going to keep it up for a couple days here. So
that's cool. And thank you, everybody, for the support on the Professor boxes, man. They are sold out.
Heck
So,
yeah.
hey, what do you guys want to see for future Professor boxes? I'm definitely doing a super shallow. I'm definitely doing a flat side box. I'm definitely doing a balsa box. I think I'm going to do a big bait box, like big crankbait box. Maybe like a spinnerbait box. Oh, hey, Travis, I didn't tell you. I'll tell everybody on the stream. I'm working with K9 Elite Lures to bring out my river rat a special spinnerbait, man. I've used it with you to catch them. I used it with Jimmy Steiner last practice to catch them. I gave it to him. Anyway, so it's ones I've been making out of slaved and hacked up parts, but I'm making it exactly the way I want with a hand-tied skirt and a haywire twist on the front line tie. It's going to be my ultimate river spinnerbait. There you go. My colors, hand-tied to perfection. So I sent my prototypes down to Gary, Mr. Sheets, and he makes a great bait. So I can't wait to get them back, and I'll let you guys know on the progress. So it's really cool, kind of cool. I mean, it's through Jig Squad, by the way. Kuda, I mean, one of the reasons that I wanted to work on Jig Squad is the whole creative process, but I knew I'd meet Jig Tires, and I've got another thing brewing with Brian's Customs Tackle. He's going to be making one of my little smallmouth baits. Isn't that cool? Yeah, I'm pretty stoked about that, man. So I got to send him some materials, and he's going to work on the samples. I sent him a little video what I want to do. So I'm pretty pumped, man. It's just small batch stuff. It's nothing huge. It's not like this big giant bait company or anything. It's just like little small runs of stuff that,
it'd be really cool if we had like a conversation off screen about all these things you're doing to just fill me in. Like, instead of calling me up and complaining that my brain's fried because of 5G, maybe
is that what you think's happening?
And be like,
you don't think it's from going out 9 nights in a row up in Harrisburg and drinking like a fish,
doing this and that,
5G or 5 beers in an hour? Which is it?
I don't know.
It's probably the beers.
I haven't been drinking there. You know that.
You didn't drink up in Harrisburg.
No.
Not one night. Even at that tavern people saw you at, a little bit toasty.
I might have had a glass of wine. By the way, we got to give a shout out to Sean. We haven't given a shout out to Sean all night.
Shout out Sean.
Sean live. There's eyes on you, Travis. I get feeds from people, man. I saw Travis. He didn't remember my name. But was he drinking? Yes, he was freaking drinking like a fish. I'm worried about you, bro. I heard it was even worse in New England during the snowstorm. You were starting to act like Jack Nicholson a little bit. All work and no play makes Travis a dull boy.
I definitely don't do fantasy fishing 54.77. I should.
I did it the last 2 and I sucked at it.
Yeah.
If it was like pick the worst bottom 5 guys, I'd be up there, but I couldn't get it right.
Florida's so random.
Yeah, it was hard too. I tried picking people that were from Florida with the cold front, thinking they might have more experience with that, but
some people do well and win some pretty cool prizes and stuff with that.
Yeah, you can. I mean, if you win, though, it's really hard to win the whole thing. But you win like $5,000 or something. It's a lot of money.
Heck yeah. Well, I think we all overstayed our welcome.
I know. I was not supposed to be watching Ozark. Why am I still here?
Well, that's good. We can all leave together on a good note. I can share the screen. I can pull up the old little logo falling into the water and end this thing
stream
properly.
And until next time,
until next time, we'll see you on the water.
All right. Hey, we did that together, man. That's pretty cool. Nice timing, bro.
Okay. See you guys.
Timing. See you guys.
See you next week.
Peace.
All right.